The amazing soul, intuitive essential nature of the soul, eternal. Sustained reflection can help us intuit the essential nature of the soul. Vedic wisdom states that the soul is by its very nature Satchit Ananda, full of knowledge and full of bliss. Is this eternal, enlightened, and ecstatic nature of the soul expressed in any way in our present bodily existence? Let's analyze the first aspect of our nature. Eternal. Eternality. Normally, all of us long to live forever. We can hardly consider the prospect of a future in which we won't have any part to play, in which we won't exist at all. We instinctively recoil at the thought of our own mortality, and we are not alone. Even the tiniest of creatures displays the most amazing skills to avoid death. This universal longing for life is all the more remarkable when contrasted with the verity that death is the most unchangeable and undeniable of all the facts of life. All physical bodies are doomed to mortality. They are born with a death sentence, an expiry date written on them. If we are just our physical bodies, then why do we have such a deep-rooted desire for something, eternal existence, that is so utterly unnatural, nay, impossible for the physical body to obtain? How does this deep-rooted longing originate in a world that demonstrates its inevitable frustration ubiquitously in our own and others' dying bodies? The Vedic wisdom tradition answers that this longing comes from the innermost essence of our being, the soul, which is by nature eternal. We long to live forever because we, as souls, are eternal.
There's very little that all Indian religious thinkers would agree on, but I think we can say that a sort of pan-Indian view is that the nature of the soul and the nature of the self is that it's eternal. And anything that's eternal was never created. And if it was never created, that means it must have been somewhere in the past, namely before this particular birth. Western views of the soul are, I've often compared them to a ray, a term in geometry. A ray has a beginning point but no end point, whereas many Indian thinkers, religious thinkers, would say the soul is like a line, in the sense that a technical geometric definition of a line is it has no beginning and no end. And this is certainly the view that the Bhagavad-Gita is espousing, that the soul was never born, it will never die, it was never created, it will never cease to be.